Hey there YouTube family, Jayne Mazimba here with another video. If it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. This is a place where we talk about all things finance, all things fashion, and all things lifestyle. If you're returning, welcome back. Please do remember to subscribe. If that subscribe button is red, then you have not subscribed. Please remember to subscribe to this channel so that you can get notifications every single time that I post up a new video. Also, please remember to talk back to me, because these are the things that I share here are things that I feel have helped me grow, have helped me develop, and I would like to share, but I'm also constantly learning. So do comment back to me, engage with me. I always love to hear from you. So today I wanted to do something that I've never done on this channel. And that is do a lessons. I got this book, The Alchemist. Oh, can you see it? Can you see it? So I got The Alchemist a couple of months back. Like, unfortunately, I'm one of those people. I love books, but I don't have a lot of time to read. So like Lisa Nichols says, you buy books and instead of self-help books, they become shelf help. So I do have a pile of books that I've bought and collected over a period of time that I haven't read. So I told myself, instead of buying any more new books, I'm going to read the old ones. So I picked up this book, The Alchemist. Guys, it was amazing. I thought I didn't have time, but finally I learned the truth about, you know, that saying that they say if somebody... we make time for the things that are important to us. That is so true. Usually we use that in the context of relationships, or if a guy is ghosting you, then your girlfriend will be like, oh, a guy will make time for things that are important to them. But guys, I got this book and I was done with it in 2 days, in between working, in between giving input to board reports, in between doing like committee things. So I know that if something is important enough and is captivating enough, you do create pockets of time in your day. So I know I'm rambling on a little bit, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to do 15 lessons that I got out of The Alchemist, because guys, it's worth the hype. You know, all that hype we've been hearing about this book, it is worth it. So as I was reading, I was writing, you know, this little notebook I've shown you before. I have this little notebook. It says YouTube video ideas. I jot down ideas through the week that I get through but then also it's so cute and small. It fits right into my handbag. So when I started reading the book, I started jotting down the lessons that I was getting over. So the first lesson I learned from The Alchemist, which is something that I already knew. In fact, one of my pastors, Pastor Osagi, had said this before, like maybe in 2015 when I first met him, is that when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. This is so true. I have noticed it in my own life, that when you do want something and it's something noble, something that's coming from a place of purpose, of serving others, the world sort of just sets it up so that you get it. So this is the reason why sometimes we get this feeling like, oh, how was this so easy for you? Like, no, it wasn't easy, but it seems like things just fell in place for me to go ahead and achieve it. I also learned that people are capable at any time in their lives of doing what they dream of. So most of us have these big dreams, like grandiose dreams of like traveling the world or setting up big businesses, but we just dream it and we never actually act on it. But we are capable of doing this. Most of us, what holds us back is the fear of the unknown. But remember, point number one is, if you do decide to go for it, the universe will conspire to help you achieve your goals. So you're capable at any time in your life, whether you're young or you're old, you're capable of achieving your dreams. The third thing I learned is like lessons are never lost. You apply lessons from one experience to another, and all things are one. So most of us have this thing like, oh yeah, I am definitely a culprit where I was like, why am I learning like computer science? Or why did I learn physics in school when I never get to use it in real life? guess what? I was doing a project and somehow they needed me to read this code, C++, Java. Like me, business person, relationship manager, marketing professional. So it's like nothing you learn is ever really lost. And worse off when it comes to like life lessons, things like discipline, things like kindness, things like being able to read signs in your day, and you know, in the book they say read omens, but like just read signs, intuition, emotional intelligence. Those are not things that are ever lost. You can apply them in various different areas of your life, and usually they do flow into each other. So you find that if I am cultivating discipline in how I eat, I'll find that I'm cultivating discipline in my exercise, and I'll cultivate discipline in how I sleep, and then I'll cultivate discipline at the office, and then, you know, it sort of flows into each other, because all things are one. It's like one life, one world, one energy. I learned about the principle of favorability or beginner's luck. Life wants you, he wrote, this is now quote unquote, life wants you to achieve your personal legend. So your personal legend in the book is something that we would say like purpose or your dreams. Do as much to help luck along as it's doing to help you. Okay, this goes back to something that Pastor Osagi had said as well. Please, Pastor Osagi, I'm going to tag you in this video. I will find you. He had talked about a long time ago, he was a guest pastor at Mount Zion Christian Center, and he talks about how you get the first, like your first, what's the word? Like your first thing is free, like your first gift is free. And then subsequently you will have to sow a seed, you will have to put in work. So like if you want to start a business, you can go ahead and start a business without capital. And the first time round, it might work for you. But if you let that go and you let it like fall by the wayside, then the next time you want to start a business, you might not find it as easy to get capital. You might have to, you know, like get a loan or, you know, save up. Because then the second time around, if you miss that first opportunity, now you have to sort of pay for it. This is the same principle of beginner's luck. When you're just starting out, it's your first time, because the world wants you to achieve your purpose, your personal legend. It wants you to reach the highest form of enlightenment. So you have the beginner's luck for, you know. And then you have to do as much as possible to help luck along. This basically, to me, came as seize the opportunity. If there's an opportunity in front of you and like, oh, this person is a publisher and you like to write, take the opportunity to say, I'm going to write a book and I will submit a manuscript in a month. Don't procrastinate and wait for a year and expect that that opportunity is going to be there for you. It won't. Okay, that was point number 4. Point number 5. So the point number 5 is, it's not that things are teaching you or life is teaching you, it is that you are learning from life constantly. So in this case, the boy in the book was talking about a sheep. He was learning a lot of things as a shepherd by tending his sheep. But he realized that it's not that the sheep were actually like actively trying to teach him something. It's that he was looking at them with different eyes. So he was learning from them. And I feel like this is something that we can we can internalize in our everyday. Every time like you're moving through the earth, when you look at people who are like conducting business by the side of the road, like what can you learn from them? They might not be here teaching you actively, but you can learn. When you're sitting talking to your grandparents, what can you learn from them? Just when you navigate your everyday life, what lessons are you taking from that? Number 7 is there is a universal language of the world. And this universal language is a language of enthusiasm. It's a language of love. It's a language of accomplishment and purpose. So in this case, I think it goes back to point number 2 where he said all things are one. There is a language that the universe speaks. As Christians, we will say God, language of God, or language of energy if you're non-Christian. There's an energy that flows. If you have positive energy and you want to achieve something and you're doing it with good attitude, you're doing it with gratitude and like with all your heart, you're putting in everything. The universe or the energies align so that you achieve it. So there's this universal language, like, you know, like enthusiasm or just positive vibes. Even when you go into a village where people are speaking like Chikalunda, or you go to a different country and they're speaking like a totally different language from you, if you are like positive and great energy and like sunshine, people still like resonate with you. People are still drawn to you, and you find ways of communicating and bonding on that level. So to me, this is what it meant. So the universe's language is written in luck and coincidence. Sometimes there are things where like, oh, what did you do? No, I was just lucky. No, you were grateful, you had prepared, and then an opportunity came and you seized it. So it was luck. Yes, luck. But so part of the universe's language is it puts aligned things for you. And because you are doing all these other things, you're in purpose, you're in love, you're in gratitude, you're in enthusiasm and compassion, other things start flowing to you. And then like you find like, oh, this is such a coincidence. I was just talking about buying ice cream, and now there's an ice cream man that I can hear going past my house. Coincidence, because Jayne was positive. I don't eat sugar, so the ice cream example wasn't for me. Lesson number 7 is live in the present. Concentrate on what's in front of you. Savor the moment. Life is in the moment, and we are living it right now. So a lot of us are, we like to say, oh, when I have my house. Oh, when I've saved up 100,000. Oh, when this and this happens. When I'm skinny, then I will be happy. You can decide to be happy right now. You can decide to be grateful for the things that you have right now. When I am promoted and I'm a director, then I will. You can decide to be excellent right now. You can decide to enjoy and be thankful for the job that you have. So live in the present. Like every day, find areas to live. You know, because that's where it happens. Once you reach your destination, you have arrived. There's nothing more. Or you have a new quest, a new personal legend to achieve. So there's that. Number 8 is love is the universal language of everybody on earth. I don't think I need to explain this to me. Like when you ooze love, like love just comes back to you. So I don't think I need to explain number 8. Number 9, it's never too late to begin your masterwork, no matter where you are. Most of us, I am one of those. I am 32 years old right now. I always thought that by 35, I would be like married, children, great job, PhD. I was one of those. But unfortunately, life happened. Things happened, and it sort of derailed me. But now that I'm older and I'm a seeker and I'm looking at life, I realize that there were lessons that I needed to learn to come here. I can safely and honestly say in my whole being right now, I have never been happier than I am right now in this moment. This is the happiest I've been. And I have been saying this for a year. I've been saying this is the happiest I've been in a year. But I think I needed to go through these things. So it's never too late. So I could start my master's at 35, or I could start it at 40, or even at 45. It will still be okay. It's never too late to start your masterwork. So wherever you are, start now. Number 10, pay attention and read the signs or omens. In the book, they say omens. So read the omens from the gods. And the gods don't have to be like, oh no, it's traditional gods, it's Muslim gods, Allah, or it's Jesus. God is God. God is everywhere. So whichever God it is, read the signs that the gods give you. Because every God that we serve, or the gods that everybody I've heard is good, wants them to succeed, wants them to be happy and kind. These are universal truths that we find in most religions and most practices anyway. So learn to pay attention to the signs. And the more you build that muscle, the more you learn to read the signs. And then the signs sort of guide you on your journey. Number 11, guys, this one. Love never keeps a man from pursuing his personal legend. If it does, it wasn't true love. Okay, so love won't keep you from fulfilling your purpose. Remember, I always say passion is for you, purpose is for others. So if you're in purpose, you're serving others, you're making God's children happy, you're worshiping God with your service, true love will not keep you away from that. True love is supposed to help you build that, guide you in achieving those things. So if this love that you have is really just holding you back, making you feel bad about something that you know in the depths of your soul is your purpose, then girl, check that love. Boy, check that love, I'm telling you. Okay, lesson number 12. Listen to your heart and get to know it intimately. Okay, your heart in this context for me, I received this lesson as listen to your intuition. Most of us are attuned to our intuition, especially when we are young. But as we grow older, we start learning to ignore the intuition more and more, and it goes away. But it's still there. There's still that little nudging. You get into a situation and there's a nudge, like something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. You're getting into a negotiation for a business opportunity, or you're pitching, and it's like this negotiation, there's something wrong here. Like it doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel right. Listen to that. The more you listen to it, the more you are paying attention, the stronger it gets, because you start getting to know your heart, your intuition intimately. Number 13. Before a dream is realized, the soul of the world tests everything learned along the way, so that we master the lessons. So you've been walking on this journey, and then suddenly, just at the crux, you find like there's this big test that comes, and most of us give up. I wrote that down. Most people give up here when this big test comes. But usually this is where now you need to apply all these lessons you've learned throughout your journey and apply them to this. So the test is to see whether you're strong enough, whether you're worthy, whether you're willing to push past. And once you push past that little barrier is your breakthrough on the other end. So yeah, this there was a parallel that they said in the book, beginner's luck. Remember that beginner's luck we talked about, where the universe conspires to help you win? Beginner's luck leads to a severe test. So it's a test that's going to just like almost break you. But in that breaking, there's growth and new life. So push past whatever it is that you're going through. Push past. This could be your test, and there's greatness on the other side. Number 14. Woo, this is a long video. Number 14. When you possess great treasure within you and try to tell others about them, seldom are you believed. Okay, this was quite funny. This man was like, oh, I'm holding the philosopher's stone. I'm holding the elixir of life. So the elixir of life is meant to give you like forever life. The alchemist, that is. And then the philosopher's stone is meant to turn everything like lead into gold. And there were bandits in the I'm sorry, I am like, spoiler alert, there were bandits towards the end. There were bandits, and they were like, what do you have? And he was like, oh, I hold the philosopher's stone and the elixir of life. And the bandits laughed and said, go on your way. To me, this reminded me of things like, oh, when you tell people, like Joseph in the Bible, he was telling people like, he was telling his brothers like, I'm going to be a great king. People are going to bow down. And they didn't believe him. It happens even in our everyday life. You are like, oh, I'm going to build like this big empire. I'm going to be a media mogul. And they're like, you dream, just stay in your lane. So that happens. And then lesson number 15. Hi, Fred, again.
Hi. Say hi to Sharon.
Lesson number 15 is there is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. So you step into a situation, you want to, build a dream, or you want to achieve something, and you go in with a spirit of fear or as a basis, then you might fail, or you might turn back before the end. And so fear is not your friend. Fear is an enemy, and we need to start learning how to conquer our fear. So those were my lessons from The Alchemist that I picked up. What do you think? Have you read The Alchemist? If you've read The Alchemist, what stood out for you? If you haven't read The Alchemist, are you going to read it? What of the lessons that I've mentioned here have resonated with you? Do talk back to me in the comments. Do like, reshare this post. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so help me reshare, please. Just talk back to me. What stood out for you in the 15 lessons that I've shared? That's if you haven't read the book. And until next time.